We are with Mr. Hamilton Williams, and he is just a great historian. Gilbert wanted to know, what in the world is a butcher's block?
Goober, how could you? You don't know what a butcher's block is, my friend? Let me tell you. Sit up now. There we go. Let me tell you about the butcher's block. We're here at Buck Rose Store Museum, and we always have fun here. It's just a fun place to be, and we invite you to join us every Saturday, 10 a until 2 p. And we have Buck's barbecues. But I'm going to tell Goober about Buck's meat block, his butcher block that he had back there. When Guinea Heritage started here at Buck's, the place really hadn't had a deep cleaning in close to 20 years. Yeah. Let's back that up to maybe 10 years anyway. But we got in here, we cleaned up, and we did an inventory on everything. And the walls behind me, Goober, were full of tar smoke, cigarette smoke, and everything else. And so we had to wash them down, and we put 2 coats of Kilz on. Then we painted them back the same color. But in cleaning the area behind me, the smoke on the walls wasn't the worst part. Goober, you'll never believe it, but the area around the butcher's block probably hadn't been cleaned at all in 25 or 30 years. That was the dirtiest place that we found. Let me walk you back here to where the butcher's block is.
All right, we'll follow you.
All right, come on, Goober. Let's go back here. And I'm going to set you on this famed butcher's block and tell you about it. There, good deal. The butcher's block here is where it was always located. And interestingly, the butcher's block here, Goober, is where it has always been, in this position right here. And as we were cleaning the walls out, we got here and we had to clean around here. Well, we moved the butcher's block out. And I hate to even tell you this, but where the butcher's block sat had accumulated pieces of meat and scraps of fat and everything else for years and years and years. So we had to get that there, scrape the floor and clean it all out and disinfect it. And we got it finally cleaned up. But now the butcher's block is where Buck and his dad would take their cuts of meat out of the cold storage room, say a hind quarter of beef, and lay it on this block and cut it up, cut steaks out of it, or saw the thigh bone into and make big roast. But this is where all of the cutting and chopping went for all of the meat products. For the bologna, his slicing machine is here. For the bologna, the bacon, everything he had to cut and slice, he did right here on this meat block. And this is solid wood all the way through. It's blocks of wood that have been glued together, and that is solid all the way through, so that if you're chopping on it, it's going to stay there. And the old cut marks are still in it, and the saw marks are in it. As a matter of fact, here's one of Buck's meat saws up here that he would have sawed the leg bone, the thigh bone into with.
So that's not a hacksaw or a tree.
That's a meat saw.
That's a meat saw. Now, can you tell what's the difference between a meat saw and a hacksaw?
Really not a whole lot. The blade is very, very similar to a hacksaw. It's just a uniform blade. It's not fine tooth or thick tooth, but it's just a uniform blade that goes up there to saw bones. It's virtually the same kind of saw that they would have used in the medical profession back during the Civil War, when they had so many amputations they were doing. It was a meat saw, really, that they used back then. But that's Buck's meat saw, donated to us. But the meat block here is just an item here at Buck's store that we won't be moving around very easily.
It looks very heavy.
It's going to stay right here. I can assure you of that. And speaking of something else that's very heavy, I think maybe I mentioned the big old safe that we have here.